Good morning, boys and girls. This is Mr. Casper. I want you to go get a piece of paper and a pencil. So pause the video and go find something to write with, whether it's a crayon marker, but you need something to write with and some paper. So I'll wait. You pause the video, and then when you're ready, come on back and we'll get started with some math lesson. All right, I'm going to assume that you're ready and you've restarted the video. Our first math problem is 17 plus 6. So go ahead, pause the video, and write down this problem, and we'll wait. All right, let's start solving this if you haven't solved it already. You can solve it with me, and then we'll go over it. So we're going to divide this into ones and tens. I know that 6 has 6 ones, and 17 has 7 ones in the ones column. So 7 plus 6, 7 plus 6, that equals 13. So write down the 3, and I know I have another 10 from the 13s that I'm going to add to this 10. So if I look at that, I'm going to end up with 2 10s, which is 23. So my answer is 23. So when I added these two up, I got 13. Then I took the 10 from here and made it 23. So the 3 went over here, and these two ones from the tens column equal 23. Okay, good. You can pause the video when we write our next problem. Here's our next problem, 17 plus 8. So pause the video and go ahead and write this problem, and we'll get going. All right, now that you have the problem written, let's look at this. We have 8 in the ones column here, and 7 in the ones column here. And I know that when I add 7 plus 8, I end up with 15. So I'm going to kind of just write that down here to remember it. So I have 5 in the ones, so I'm going to take the 5 over here. Kind of get rid of that. And then I have 2 10s up here, 10 and 10. 10 and 10 equal 20, or 2 10s. So think about these as 10s and 1s, and that'll help us add these together. So you should have gotten 23. Okay. Now, here's our next one. I don't think I did this one before. Now, this looks a little different from that first problem, so we'll see what we end up with, okay? Let's look at this and see if it makes a difference at all, that I switched the ones around, and you tell me if it made a difference. Okay, let's look at this. So pause the video, write down the problem, and we'll get going here. Okay, 6 plus 7. I know that earlier. 6 plus 7. Well, if I take 3 from here and put it there, it gets 10. I have 3 left over, so that's 13. And then so I'm going to write down the ones from the 13. And then I have 10 here and 10 here. That's 2 10s. So I'm going to put the 2 10s in the tens column, and I end up with the same answer, 23. So that worked out when we switched the ones around. It didn't make a difference. So let's try some double-digit numbers and do this addition. So you'll see some of these in your homework in the future, but we're going to practice some of these. So pause the video and write this answer down. And as I look through this, it's 16 plus 12. So go ahead, pause the video. When you're ready, you can start it. All right, I'm going to guess that you have it written down. So I'm going to look at this. I'm going to add up my ones first. I have 6 over here and 2 over here in the ones. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So I'm going to write that down over here. And then I have 1 10 here and another 10 right here. So that would be 22 10s. And I put that in the tens column over here. So my answer is 28. So I hope you solve that one with that too. All right, pause your video and here we go. Here's our next problem. And our next problem is going to be 21 plus 17. Now I'm going to think about this in the ones and the tens column. So here's my 10 here, my 7 here in this column, and my 1 here in this ones. 7 plus 1 is what? 8 is 8. And then I have 2 10s here and 1 10 here. So that would equal 3 10s. I put that in my 10s column there, and I get 38. So hopefully you got 38. A couple more, and then I'll let you go on your own. This is the last one. So we're going to pause here. Remember, pause the video so you can write the answer, and let's solve this one together as soon as you write it down. Or you can solve it on your own and see if you got it right after I solve it. Okay, I'm going to assume you have the problem written and or solved. So let's work on solving it together too, and checking your answer if you haven't solved it. So we have 5 ones here and 3 ones here. So let's add up those ones. 5 plus 3 equals 8. I don't have any 10s from here, but I do have a 10 here, and I do have a 10 here. 2 10s will go over here, and that equals 28. So very good job. I hope that you practice some more of these, and remember to go to ScootPad and do your lesson. All right, we'll see you later. Bye.